Let's call the meeting to order. I'm just going to hand it over to Dan today because I don't have an agenda.
Yeah, honestly, there's not really much of an agenda. This was really, we were scheduled to meet, so I figured let's go with it. And I wanted to kind of keep you up to date as to what's happening because it's constantly evolving. So I've been out of the office since March 13th. And as of yesterday, it looks like I'm not going back until June 1st. That's how long we're closed.
Who gave you that directive?
That came straight from Town Hall. So all programs that we have had from March 13th through June 1st are canceled. Every rental that we've had for the Civic Center, canceled. All field users, canceled. So obviously this is nothing that anybody could have expected. We couldn't have predicted this. To say we are in dire straits is an understatement, but it is what it is. Summer-wise, I can't tell you that we're gonna have summer camp. I can't tell you that we're gonna have any programs. We are literally day by day at this point. You guys who follow, Wakefield Rec on Facebook or see the things I put in the community group and other stuff, I stopped doing that. I stopped doing it on Thursday. We quite honestly weren't getting any registrations. It felt like a wasted effort. And I'm at the point where I'm just focusing on September and beyond. If we're able to offer stuff this summer, great. I think I'm going to give it another week or so, and then I'm going to cancel my summer day programs, the ones that I hire staff for and directly run. And I'm doing that to be fair to staff who are, needing work, college kids, and even, summer camp directors. They're gonna need to find alternative stuff if I can't offer something for them. So I want to give them every opportunity to find something else to get some income. So I'm going to end up probably canceling that next week. And then I will try to run contracted programs only. Certainly not ideal, but I'm trying to be fair to everybody that we can be fair to. So that's likely going to happen. I told all the youth groups yesterday, fields aren't available till June 1st. And even then, we'll see what happens. So those are closed. Civic Center, like I said, is closed. I can't even go to my office. So we kind of are what we are right now. I've estimated through the end of this month that we'll be down about $63,000. I haven't even gone to what we will be through June 1st yet. And that's just based off of last year's and the year before summer revenues, based off of the rentals of the Civic Center. I didn't factor in field fees yet. I didn't factor in the GPS soccer clinic tournament that we've had during Memorial Day weekend. I mean, we're going to be upwards of probably $90,000 down until June 1st. So
what does that do to your overall budget?
What's that, Rich?
What does it do to your overall budget? I mean, is there padding? Do you?
It blows us up. But I've talked to Steve about this, and Steve's been aware of this all along. That we are really March, April, May are our three biggest months. I mean, that's where we make everything, and they're gone. There's nothing. It is what it is at this point. I asked Steve. I said, "Listen, Buchanan and I need to worry about our jobs because we know that we're self-supporting, and we have been assured that there's gonna be no layoffs, and that we will just rebuild come September." So that's where we stand. That is the direct, blunt version of everything I can give you.
But Dan, this is my question. You're talking about September, but everything I'm reading is that we're going to have this lull over the summer, and then it's going to ramp back up in September. So it's almost like we could have programs in July and August. That might be the only time we can actually run a program.
All depends on who you talk to, Jed. I've heard that they don't see this really trending down until August. So, and I quite honestly, I think even once this breaks, say it does break for July and August, I think people are going to be so worried about putting their kids or whoever out in the public now. I don't see us recovering because of it. You know, I just don't this year. I think that this is a lost year, unfortunately. We'll do what we can do. We'll offer what we can offer. I don't see people signing up for stuff.
Oh no, I don't either. I just a thought, you know, that that's the only chance we're going to have to do any program really.
Yep. And like I said, I'll stick with contracted stuff because then I'm not hiring the staff. I'm paying them to run it, the people who want to run it. I want to give the college kids a chance to go to Market Basket, whatever it is, and earn a few bucks if they can.
Right. Sophia's working every day. Sure.
Yeah. And I know lots of people looking, you know, to people to hire to do certain things. So I'm going to end up having to give those kids that opportunity. And, you know, I've already told the summer directors, guys, like there's a real good chance that we don't have anything for you. So, you know, if you want to look at something now, by all means, do what's best for you, because at some point I may need to cancel it. And if I have to run it myself, I'll run it myself. You know, if I have to be the director and things turn and we don't cancel it, I'll do that. But I want to try and be fair to staff.
Ian, I know why they would close the Civic Center, but you said that I can't even go to my office. Is there a reason that physically you can't go to your office, or is it just?
All town buildings, we're just closed. And I think with the Civic Center, because it's such mixed use, the food pantry is still open there. They're the only ones who are serving or who are really working in the building. I think there's just such, we're trying just to limit all the connections. So I'm just not going there.
Yeah.
You know, I have popped in because I felt like I needed to go there. We were advised everybody stay out of town buildings. And quite honestly, if the building's not open for anything else, there's really no need for me to be there.
Right, right. No, I just wondered if there was a reason specifically that you couldn't go to your office.
If I would go to my office, I have to go through the front door, which obviously I can do that. You can't go down below because the food pantry's there and they're trying to keep everybody separated.
Yeah.
You know, Dan, it's hard to think about that as being the option and having to send that message to the counselors and the directors, but I do think it's the right call because there's so much, we just don't know. There's so much uncertainty and everything's changing day by day. And I think it's only fair to give them the chance to maybe look at something else.
I think if we had robust numbers and people were signing up for things through the roof, I wouldn't even think about this. We don't have that. You know, other towns, I know I've talked to the Reading director. I've talked to the director from Northborough Recreation. I've talked to the director from Stoneham. I've talked to a few others. What are you guys doing? Everybody's feeling is our summer's going to be canceled anyways.
Yeah.
You know, Northborough, I'm very close to her, a good friend from college. She has advised me that her summer camp is sold out. She thinks that her town administrator is going to cancel everything for the summer and she's going to be laid off. You know, that's the reality of it for her. Reading, she's holding on tight right now. I talked to her yesterday. She doesn't think it's going to run. And even then, say she's able to, she doesn't know that the schools will let her in the schools. That's the same thing that, you know, I'm running my summer camp out of Goldberg this year. Will they let me in? I already have stuff scheduled in the Civic Center and we share space with the Boys and Girls Club. So it's a lot, you know, and we're trying to digest.
What are the Boys and Girls Club doing?
And there's it's not anybody's fault, all this uncertainty, but it's just how it is.
Yep.
Everybody's in it.
Yep.
No, it's like you said, Dan, people need the money, so they can find another job.
Yep.
They want to go to.
You know, it'd be one thing if they didn't need employment. These people, they're working for a reason, you know, especially the directors. I look at the directors as adult staff who got to pay bills. You know, a lot of college kids, a lot of them are able to be supported by the parents. Some aren't. The adults, they're literally on their own. They have bills that they have to pay every month. I can't tell Tommy Leahy, don't stay with me. Tom, go take care of Tom. You need to do that right now. So, you know, I've told them I haven't committed to it yet. I was going to go through April vacation in my mind as my time frame. I know what I'm going to end up doing. I'm just trying to hold out a glimmer of hope that all of a sudden we have a spike in registrations. People sit there and say, we're going to give it a shot. But I don't think that's the reality of it.
No.
You know?
Dan, I think you have to just write it off.
Yeah, just bite the bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're approaching it the correct way and just, you know, going with the contractor programs. Let the kids know that, you know, it is what it is. You know, if you want to come back next year, I won't hold it against you.
Oh, of course not. Oh, we'd invite everybody right back. You know,
Yeah.
everybody who was scheduled to be hired will be hired. You know, I even had an intern coming in, a kid who lives in Wakefield, goes to Springfield College just like I did. And I was going to give him here's how we do things and a lot of, you know, day-to-day stuff. I can't hire him now. You know, I needed him to help with the summer camp stuff and get that stuff running. Once that goes by the wayside, unfortunately, I don't need him to run contracted programs. That's me printing out rosters on Mondays and disappearing and checking in every day. So, you know, that poor kid goes by the wayside too. You know, a lot of great kids are unfortunately going to lose some work, but hopefully they can get it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Any other questions from you guys? Concerns? Pep talks? Whatever.
Well, the
How
only,
about-
only-
go ahead, Jane.
the only thing I'd say is, I mean, certainly the whole East Coast and the whole West Coast is in the same boat.
Yep.
You know, they're not gonna, there'll be people not paying water bills and light bills and all other kinds of bills. So recreation isn't the only thing that isn't gonna get paid over a period of time, and that hopefully, you know, over time, this will bounce back. We just have to kind of hold on and think that things are going to improve.
And I know this was this summer was the most excited I've been for summer in my 15 years of doing this. Because I finally really felt like this was my own, especially here. I thought we had, you know, some great programs lined up. Oh well, we'll do it next year and we'll do it even better. Now I have a full year of planning.
Dan, how about the community garden? Is there any traction on that? And can you roll anything from the summer maybe into that effort?
So so here's the update with community garden. So right now I have 54 people who are registered for the lottery, which is great.
Great.
We're going to assign 42 plots. Okay. We're holding back 4 for civic organizations. So, you know, one for the Girl Scouts, one for the Boy Scouts, one for the Boys and Girls Club, one for the food pantry. Those are the 4 that we've selected that will be given a plot. So 42 applicants will be selected in the lottery. The lottery is going to take place next Tuesday.
Great.
So I will be doing that via Facebook Live.
Awesome.
And now, when the garden's open, I don't know, but we're gonna at least get the process started.
Is it definitely in the JJ round?
Yep.
Are they working on that now? I saw some trucks down there actually yesterday.
What's that, Jed?
Are they working on lots now? They said
As far as I know, yeah, they are being done now. They're doing that. They're finishing the backstop at Walsh, and something has started with the tennis courts at Vets, or the mixed use courts at Vets. So that process is at least off the ground.
What do you mean mixed use?
So it's going to be pickleball and tennis.
Do you think that the garden will be able to open before June 1st if you can put distancing regulations in place? Like the pit, for example, is open, but they have signs everywhere saying stay 6 feet apart. And do you anticipate people might be able to get in there before the 1st of June?
I'm waiting on feedback on that. I'm definitely not 100% sure on it. I don't think there'd probably be a formal ribbon cutting like we were talking about doing at one point. But maybe people be able to go work on their plots maybe at assigned times, you know, odd at this time, even at this time. I don't know. Those are conversations that I'll have with Steve once we get rolling. Oh, and Frank wanted me to add, they're also doing the playground at Greenwood School. So I'm sure you guys have seen that on Facebook. A lot of people were up in arms that a beautiful playground was being ripped down. What I don't think they understood was they were getting an even better playground. So that is being done, and once it's all completed, it'll be fantastic. And the kids will be psyched.
That playground isn't that old. Are they going to recycle some of that equipment, or is the equipment just out of date?
It's all gone, Gene.
It's all gone?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's a vacant pit.
Well, I know that the stuff is gone, but I didn't know if they had saved some of the pieces to recycle.
I'm waiting to see if Frank has a text reply to that, because he would know more than I would. It's one of those projects that I had nothing to do with. But Frank seems to have his ear to the ground. He said no.
No, they're not. Okay.
Yeah.
Dan, have you had any contact with the other sports groups in town? Wakefield Little League, soccer,
Yes.
WBA?
Yesterday, I told them all the fields were not open until July 1st.
Okay.
July 1st or June 1st?
I'm sorry, yeah, June 1st. Yep. So I reached out to Tim Donahue from softball. I reached out to Dave Dubé. I reached out to Ryan Sullivan and to who else did I reach out to from lacrosse? That come to me in a minute. I reached out to Debbie Tremblay from girls lacrosse this morning. I reached out to Rivals, who was going to use the fields when they could. Brian Fabry I reached out to. So we've hit the people that we needed to hit to let them know that fields aren't going to be open until June 1st. As conversations that I was having with them yesterday via email, they were all looking to start about May 9th to 10th. So, and I think that was per their leagues. Obviously, this is a changing case, and my guess is there's going to be no youth sports in the spring. Just my guess.
No fields that include the dog park?
Oh, yeah. Anything, what I was told by town hall was anything that is currently closed now is closed until June 1st. So that's how we're kind of operating. And I'm assuming that schools would fall under that too. But that's just speculation on my part.
Mm-hmm.
Does that include all the parking out on the lake?
That's new. So I'm going to guess so. Again, the exact words were anything that's closed now is closed till June 1st. Anything else?
What about the handicap swing ban? Is that still being worked on?
Not yet. I'm still working on a grant for it.
It's paid for?
What's that?
See, it's all paid for?
Handicap swing, we haven't even started that yet. We're applying for a grant for that.
Oh, we haven't gotten the grant yet?
No. That's through the Cummings Foundation. That's a process.
Okay.
Frank did say, FYI, capital planning approved funds for a new playground at Woodville School to be built in the next fiscal year. So again, something new. And one thing that we were told department heads was anything that we might have coming up going forward for capital or needs, wants, kind of dial that back for a little bit. I was looking to hire an assistant director for next year to kind of really be a programming person, so we wouldn't have to contract out as much. That's gone now. We will look at that maybe in 2 years. I was finally at the point where we could do it. Not happening. So. Anybody else? Rich, you got anything?
No, I don't think I do. I mean, I'm just making sure everyone's okay and trying to get through this.
That's it. That's all we can do. Well, that's all I got, guys.
Well, it's nice to see everybody's face, that everybody looks healthy to me.
Yeah.
Just bored, Jeannie.
I will say
Yeah, exactly.
This is very refreshing for me to have contact outside of my house.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I love them all. They're great. I'm kind of tired of seeing the faces. So this is nice to see somebody else. And I know they're tired of seeing mine too. So, and I'm also tired of sixth grade and ninth grade homework. So
Here you go.
yeah, because we just started that this week in Reading. My kids just started school on Monday.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So, well, I don't know when we'll meet next. It seems like this process is pretty easy. So I guess as some information comes in, maybe I'll schedule these just to kind of keep you guys in the loop.
Sounds
And,
good.
you know,
What
obviously,
about the appointments, Dan?
well, and we'll talk soon.
Okay, one last question for you. What about the appointments? Like, am I still on the committee? Am I off? Am I?
Yeah, as far as I know, you're still on.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything yet, Jed.
Okay.
I thought it was supposed to be voted on Monday, but honestly, I didn't watch the meeting, so
Neither did I.
I don't know. I'd be very surprised if you weren't on going for it.
Dan, can I just ask one question, one personal question, just to Rich, if his two boys are home from Scotland or the other one ever went to Australia, if he's back?
Yeah, they're here.
Oh, good.
One of them sitting at the kitchen table with me right now.
Oh, nice. Well, hi.
Yeah, well, and so yeah, we're dealing with the adult children in the house.
Good luck with that. So
Thank you.
someone without children in the house. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Thanks. Yeah.
Some good news.
I'm going to call for a
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
yeah.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Stay safe, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
You as well.
Keep your
Good
head
luck,
up.
Dan.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it. Bye.
Bye.